You want to make sure that your client communications are coming from a person and not your firm. So I've seen in some of the big firms, they may have the same client communication, but there's some level of personalization. So it comes from their advisor. So there's a picture, their name, it comes from them. So think about when you receive an email, when it comes from a person, you look out for the name, you look out for it and you respond, versus if it comes from a company, it feels a little bit generic. There's no level of personalization. So one, make sure that it comes from a person. So you could be a big firm, maybe it comes from your CEO, maybe depending on the month, it comes from different people. So maybe it's a CIO, then the CEO, then the head of financial planning. If you're a smaller firm, it should ideally come from the advisor that they're working with, right? So really clear. Two, you want it to be high value. So how is it high value? Usually by focusing on one idea and going quite deep into it. And then it should be geared to your target client, your best client. So in our previous episode, we called it Bob. So if you missed that, think about if we were to segment your client base, we looked at the top 10% of clients, and then we now pulled out one client that represented that top 10%. We want that email to add so much value to Bob that he looks out for it every single month, right? So it has to be geared specifically to Bob. So here's some ideas that I came up with for myself. So if it was coming to me from my financial advisor and I felt like my financial advisor understood me, it might be a topic like planning your vacation at boutique hotels that deliver coffee to your door. Very specific type of person, right? And I'm not saying that's the subject line to the email, but that's the idea. It could be still feel like you're missing the crypto train. Here's what to really know. Or it could be for Bob, it could be like how to really support inheritance in a way that makes it, you maintain integrity and relationships with all of your children, like maybe something like that. I don't know, right? So really specific. You want to focus on quality over quantity. In an ideal scenario, you've actually asked your best clients like, Bob, how often do you want to hear from me? And what do you want to hear about? And then you've got some sense to go on. You also want to make sure that you offer them a way to connect with you more or deeper. So simple, it could be reply back if you have any questions or you want to dive deeper into this topic, or if you want to talk, you might have your Calendly link there and say, always open to additional conversations. Would love to hear from you if you want to schedule some time. Okay. So if you want to up your game, make sure it comes from one person. You're speaking to one person. So the vibe, the tone should be in that one-to-one. And it should specifically be talking to one of your best clients that represents the top 10% of your clients, right? Your target client. You want to do quality over quantity and then offer them a way to connect with you deeper. Some bonus points, you might add in a personal element like a video. So you might do like the email, and it might be a video from you talking about what was in the email, or it might be an intro to what's going on in life and explaining what's going to be in the email, right? Video, amazing tool. If you know your clients like to listen to audio, maybe it's an audio overview, okay? So that's a really, really good way.